Okay, when we come back, Bette Midler leads a coven of witches in Hocus Pocus.
I put a spell on you, and now you're gone. My plan is...
There are more confusing movies in a while. Hocus Pocus. This is the kind of movie where you get the idea the cast and crew had such a good time laughing at their own jokes and how clever they were that they forgot about the audience. The movie stars Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy as three witches who were hanged in Salem, Massachusetts 300 years ago. Now they're brought back to life in present-day Salem.
I thought they'll never come, sisters.
Greetings, little one.
It was I who brought you back.
Imagine. Such a pretty little child. Look at her. And she's so well fed, isn't she? Shishka baby.
The witches find themselves in Salem on a modern Halloween, which is rather confusing for them since they don't quite realize that everyone is in costume.
Sisters! All Hallows Eve has become a night of frolic, where children wear costumes and run amok.
Amok.
There are a lot of special effects in the film, as these flying scenes, for example, but the movie is filled with sound and fury signifying very little, and although the witches shriek and gibber nonstop, it's often kind of hard to understand them.
Sister! They opened it! Just when our time was running out. Come, we fly! On what do we fly?
And you know, I've thought recently, Gene, am I losing my hearing? Is it just that I'm getting old? Why am I having trouble understanding the dialogue in a lot of movies? And whenever I look at an old movie, in a movie theater, on television, on video, I can understand every word. There's something about this new kind of digital or stereophonic or surround sound that allows the sound effects to completely drown out the dialogue.
I had trouble with when the three witches are talking among themselves, they frequently step over each other. I don't know whether it was in the recording that they did, you know, the post-recording or whatever, but I'll tell you another bigger problem. If you could understand what they were saying, or when you did understand what they were saying, it wasn't funny either.
Yeah, then there isn't any purpose in the movie. It's a movie that might have benefited from a great deal more discipline at the screenplay level. It's a movie that's more about behavior, more about costumes, more about sets and special effects than it is about story. It's impossible to care about anyone in the film or to mind about what happens to them.
I would have to challenge the people that made this film with this. What do they think the comic situation is?
What is funny about it?
I would have them trying to explain to me, all right, we know that they were witches, now they're here, and we know when they go out on Halloween night that these costumes, they're not real goblins. Okay, I don't think that's funny, but then what else is the movie about?
There is nothing funny in this movie. Coming up next, our video pick of the week, a vintage Jack Nicholson film that has finally been released on home video after more than 20 years.
Siskel and Ebert's Video Pick of the Week, brought to you by Orville Redenbacher, the first and last name in popcorn.